They said I wouldn't shit on them. I spread my cheeks and hit them with an absolute screamer.
We're doing GMT 800 things. Look at this fucking shit show we got going on. All these clippings, lowers, uppers, brake lines, steering racks inside. So Blue Wolf is getting a little bit of love today.
Oh, you're recording now? Now you put in the show for the fucking camera?
Yeah.
What guy think he is? Hey, listen, man. Hey, is it great for one any good or does it kind of suck?
I didn't care for it, but Claudia likes them. Alright. He comes over and drinks some of my fucking Celsius. Jesus Christ, it's hot as balls. It is fucking hot as balls. And we just barely almost fucking finished. Started raining. Again, it looks brighter a lot on camera, but it's actually getting dark, so everything's back together. Welcome to my dining room table. And this is what's for dinner. And then you're gonna pull down the handle and catch the keepers with your magnet like that. Check that out. And you just pull the tool out of the way. Spring, retainer, and then that's it. That was my last one. And then for the valve stem seals, there's this handle or tool off of Amazon. It's literally cost me like 10 bucks. Kind of go in here, you grab it. You can just work it out of the head like that. And there it is. So, alright, very exciting. All the valves are in. I just finished putting all the buckets. So I would say that this head is officially ready for transplant. Super stoked. Okay, so it's been about a month since I put the cylinder head together, and a lot has been going on. Well, unfortunately not with this thing, but for other things. Could be super related eventually when it's complete, but currently we're building that shitty ass shed you guys saw in the last video with the rotted out floor. Well, it turns out all the walls and the studs were rotted. As you can see there, perfect example. That's what it all looked like. And this is what it looks like now. Brand new. So just kind of put the Supra to the back burner aside now, and focusing on getting the shed built so I can have a place to you know, keep my Supra parts and maybe my toolbox and do shit inside of it. But as you can see, it's raining. I don't feel like working out in the rain, so I decided to uncover the old girl for a little bit and get these subframe bolts in, freshly painted.
One eternity later.
Alright guys, what's up? I don't even remember the last time I picked this camera up, but a lot has gone down since then. My last video. Basically, if you don't recognize where I'm at right now, I'm inside of my newly built shed. So if you guys remember in the last video, I had a shed in my backyard that was extremely rotted out and was basically no good. I tore down 90% of it, salvaged the roof, and rebuilt everything with brand new pressure treated wood. 10 by 10, 2 square yards of gravel on the floor with a moisture barrier. I did this little brick sidewalk deal here leading to my back patio. And this is it. All my 2 JZ parts in these bins, more JZ parts. My workbench that I built myself. Pretty stoked. So, air compressor's back here. I still gotta run power to it. That's gonna come soon, real soon. Right now I'm just running an extension cord so I could charge up all my batteries for my tools or whatnot. But yeah, that's pretty much it. There's the shed. Let's take a look at the main content here. So this is the 2JZ in the Supra, or from the Supra. I didn't record it, but I went ahead, pulled the oil pan off, pulled the cylinder head off, and I put the VVTi oil pump so that I can have a crank signal right here, which the non-VVTi 2JZ GEs do not have. So this is all set to go. Brand new front main seal. I got the oil pan cleaned up. By the way, this has all ARP main and rod cap bolts. And we got the upper pan cleaned up. Looks brand new. A little scratch there, but whatever. I just finished up cleaning the sump, getting all the old silicone off of here. So she's ready to go. Nice and clean. You can eat cereal out of this thing. I should do it for a video one day. And let's see. I gotta put this on. This came from Drift Motion. This is gonna cover up the I believe this is for the oil level sensor. So that's gonna go right there. These are the bolts. This is the hose from Drift Motion for putting a VVTi head on a non-VVTi block. I have, that might be water pump. Cam seals. I even have more cam seals here. I got so many fucking seals and shit. Front main, which I already replaced, so I don't need that. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and seal this up with some good old-fashioned form in place gasket. 50G. Get it sealed up. Here's the bolts for it. And then once I get this lower sump on, I'm take off these engine mounts and shit, tape off some critical areas, and I need to give this block a good coat of spray paint, because it was done before a long time ago, but it just needs to be freshened up, because I don't know, I guess the prep wasn't that good, or who knows. But we'll go ahead and get that done, and then once the paint is on there, we'll get that cylinder head thrown on there. I didn't show it, but I have a Cometic head gasket, multi-layer steel. It's gonna go on here, and you can already see the ARP head studs. So let me go ahead and get this gasket laid down. And then get her sealed up. Okay, I'm good. Let me grab these bad boys, been baking in the sun. Ready to go. Everything masked off with the same level of care that I have right now. It's not that big of a deal. Bought a bag of like earplugs, the foamies, twisted them and stuck them in every hole there, so I don't have to go chasing threads after I'm done. So gonna shake these bad boys up and start spraying. Spray and pray. Yep. All right. Good enough for this place. Yeah. She's looking mint. Did 2 coats. Peeled all the tape off. Well, I still got this tape. I gotta pull off. But while this is kind of drying, I could touch it already. I already hit it with the heat gun, kind of flash it off. But let it cure just a little bit more. So one thing I didn't record was when I took the head off, our buddy Kyle, that I bought this car from, he rebuilt this engine. I discovered that he put a brand new multi-layer steel Cometic gasket. And you know, I already bought an OEM twin turbo head gasket, not knowing that he already had one of these in here. And you know, so I was debating whether or not this the brand new head gasket is only torqued, never ran. And you know, I was debating, do I do that? Do I play it safe and just run a brand new head gasket? And I went ahead and did the right thing, and I bought some copper spray. Nope, that ain't it. Bought some copper spray, and I went ahead and decided to fucking reuse the Cometic. It looked like in great shape. So I know a bunch of you are probably screaming at the TV or your phone right now saying, "You're a fucking idiot. You're not supposed to put copper on a fucking Cometic, and you're not supposed to reuse it." Oh, I don't give a shit, dude. I mean, I come from the DSM era, and this is just what we did. Copper spray on fucking everything, dude. Send her home. And yeah, she's looking mint. She's gonna seal up nice. So with that said, let that flash off, and then I'll go ahead, lay her down. Gotta get this tape up next, and then I can go ahead and recover the cylinder head that's been sitting on the floor of my sunroom. And that's it. That'll be it, man. I can start putting on the water pump and doing the timing belt. I got a brand new Gates timing belt though. That I do have brand new. I'm pretty sure I have it. I gotta see if I have a tensioner. I have the idler pulley. I need to see if I have the tensioner. The brand new. I only buy a Toyota one. I gotta look for it. I might have one there. And oh yeah, she's ready for 1,000. That's a 1,000 horsepower unit right there, fellas. Looks nice in the sun. And of course, I'm hanging it from my from my fucking utility line. I think that's AT&T, but all right. We'll let that cook a little bit, lay her down, and then I'll get my head gasket, or the cylinder head.
2 days later.
All right, here we go. All right. After a short break, daughter made me some Lunchable pizzas. They were bussin', no cap, FR, whatever that means. Ready for the Camaronis. So, got the old fucking Ultra Slick Rick.
A few moments later.
All right, and just like that, ladies and gents, she's for the most part put back together. Cam gears bolted on, I got the water pump. I didn't feel like doing it right now. I gotta find this O-ring that goes here. So I gotta do that. Everything's TDC. I put the engine mounts back on. Oil pressure sensors back on. This stud for the AC compressor. Yeah, camshafts are in, so let's go ahead and just cover this thing up for the night. And then we'll see when I'll come back out here and finish this lovely project. So that blue Gatorade just hit different. All right. Anyways, but I don't know, man. I just not gonna be able to sleep tonight. I think I might have something that'll help me sleep peacefully. There we go. I'm about to fucking bust. Just, would you fucking look at it? I can't fucking get over how beautiful this looks. I don't think I've ever had an engine as nice as this. This is just insane. I could go a step further, go get the intake manifold. But it's nighttime, I'm super fucking tired. And I think I'm gonna call it
The next day.
Alright, so I got the accessories cleaned up, mounted. I actually took this alternator apart and cleaned it the best I could and put it back together. Hopefully it still works after that. AC compressor, power steering pump, my VVTi oil hose. And got the Supra back on the ground. I replaced the tie rod ends, put brand new boots on the steering rack, and I went to Harbor Freight and got these moving blankets. To kind of protect the engine bay here. So I got 3 of them. Hopefully nothing gets scratched. These are about $7 a pop, so not bad. Let's go ahead and get this bad girl up in the air and swing her in. All right, just like that, she's in. I rolled her back into the carport, and now I gotta put her up on jack stands as high as she'll possibly go. Crawl under there, flywheel, clutch, and then slide this this old girl. This is my R154. I slide that in there. I have the factory two-piece drive shaft I'm gonna put in for now, but you know, eventually that'll be upgraded. But I just want to put as much stuff as I can in the car, as much as I can, while I can. So she looks really good in here, really good. I haven't even pulled the blankets off yet, so I might be tempted to put those Aristo covers on it and the full intake manifold, but I don't know, we'll see. These pulleys, I don't know what to do. I guess I'll pull them off and paint them. This one, water pump and alternator. Not much else I can do there. Actually, the AC compressor doesn't look too bad, and neither does the alternator, now that everything's in here. So we'll keep on going.
The next day.
All right, today is clutch day, and got the brand new ACT out, flywheel, throwout bearing, you know, alignment tool, fork, blah blah blah, slave, boots, mount, spring, new spring, old spring. I'm just gonna use a new one. Brand new R154 inspection plates. Transmission and engine bolts. I believe these came from Drift Motion. ARP flywheel bolts that came from Night Run Garage, as well as brand new pressure plate bolts. I believe these are ARP as well. So, an Aisin slave cylinder. Yeah, so we're good to go. I actually just installed the pilot bearing before I grabbed the camera. And then, so yeah, right now I'm just kind of reading up on instructions right now. Mainly just how to assemble the throwout bearing assembly, because I haven't done that shit in forever and I can't remember how to do it, so I gotta look that up. I could go ahead and bolt up the flywheel, and then after that start prepping the throwout bearing. Okay, so welcome to under my car. I got the head strap on, so hopefully I get a good angle while I do this, but got everything prepped right here. My creeper under my love handles, a torque wrench set for 70 foot-pounds, and here's the pressure plate, pilot bearing already in. So let's get it started. My main job is not to fall asleep down here. Okay, that was done. And there you have it.
Really good at putting those 3 flathead.
Got the pilot bearing in. Now for the, I forgot what this piece is called that goes through the pilot bearing. I guess the part of these pilot bearing assembly. I'm having a brain fart right now. So now I just gotta fucking squeeze this bad boy in here somehow. Almost there. Hell yeah, brother.
Was pretty good, and now we've got everything assembled. So now it's time to go ahead and bolt this up to
the flywheel. See, of course I already knew the answer to that. I'm just making sure he knew. All right, get this nice and clean. All right. Okay. I should probably stop hitting that with the creeper. Oh, hey, there's a clutch disc down here. Q. Okay. Line up my dowels. Okay, so I'm ready for the transmission now. Already got it out and kind of ready to go. It doesn't have the fuck, I forgot what this shit's called. I think the fork pivots on this, and this is a spring. I bought a brand new spring. You know, it's cheap enough, so I was like, why the fuck not? So I was trying to figure out how to orient it. I remember to have a R154 bell housing here holding my water hose up, and that's how it goes. So, by the way, this is a 7M bell housing, which is pretty much worthless. I had it up for sale for almost a whole year. Nobody wanted it, so I bolted it to the side of my house. All right, so transit's ready. I got the splines lubed up, even that section back there lubed up where the throttle bearing goes, slides on. The pivot point for the fork. And now I'm ready to slam this thing on my fucking chest and not die. So let's go.
A few moments later.
I remember how I said it's been a long time since I've done something like this, excluding Vixcar. I mean on an MK3. Well, I got a really quick reminder that you can't just throw the transmission from underneath. I've done it before, but it sucks. And to do it by yourself, it really sucks. So, and I remember the only reason I was able to pull the transmission from the bottom first was because there was no fucking clutch or flywheel on the engine at the time. So with all this added stuff, especially the fucking throttle bearing collar, it sticks out a lot. And it doesn't let me get that fucking input shaft where it needs to go. So, no big deal. I didn't even have the engine mounts bolted in, so I just chained it back up, yanked it out. Now I'm gonna go ahead and mount the trans onto the engine, go to Harbor Freight, get an engine leveler so I could tilt this motherfucker, and finesse it in there without fucking anything up. So we'll see. Let's go ahead and get this trans mounted. Where my gloves at? Fuck, dude. Let's see if I can at least start these things. So everything's in, thanks to my two helpers. I forgot what I said in the last video. I took a L, transmission starts getting in, pulled the engine out, bolted the transmission up, lowered everything back in. Yeah, so everything, transmission mounts good, engine mounts are tight. And then my next L, I don't have the pivot ball for the clutch fork. I just went to Toyota, the one local to me, and he said not in stock and like $50 something. And I was like, what? And I was like, there's no way I'm paying that much. So I went ahead and found one on eBay for like $20. So I gotta wait for that, maybe a week or two, which sucks. So I'm trying to figure out what I can do in the meantime. I can bolt up the slave. I can put my inspection covers on. And then, I don't know, I guess that's really it. And then I'll just lower the car back down, push it inside, and call it a night. But I'm super hella stoked. Everything looks great in the car, so, yep.